Club, and by the way, the website, we do have to give a little credit to Benny Dolphin,
Yeah.
because Benny Dolphin is the one that we send our information to, and it was really nice of him whenever we have a muzzle tov or even sad, good or bad. So it was unique, and we all, as Lainey said, we all feel that way, and we want to do that with our children, to have a closeness, whether, far or near.
Now, you must remember too that he emulated Ben Yusan, your brother, because he he used to send out the letters.
Yes, that
And
is true.
he
Menu initiative.
derived it from the
Arnie, that's
letters,
correct.
and
Yes.
he made it as
Yes.
a website.
You look great. You look great.
Anyway, as we're talking about the internet, my grandson of 9 years old made himself a website, and every child today is knowledgeable. And so when he put it out, he says, "Bubby, come and see. Press in my name, Henry Steinberg." So we went to the internet and we pressed in Henry Steinberg, and lo and behold, we got a picture of my daughter's 4 children. And where did that come from? The Dolphin Cousins Club website in Israel. And the internet picked up their picture out of that site, and it's on today's.
It's interesting because in 1999, when I fed all the information, after I had fed all the information into the computer from all the cousins and all the generations, and I pressed print, and all the papers and papers and papers came out of all these different people, the very last name that fell out of the computer was Emma Jo, Michelle Morris. And this is my youngest daughter, Emma Jo, who is named after my father. Her name is Josefa, and hers was the last name that came out of the computer because she is the youngest child of the youngest child of the youngest child. Because my father was the youngest, so it was kind of interesting, and I wasn't expecting that to happen. And the reason why we're making this film, actually, my thought about making this film altogether, the same as it was with the family tree, is that I think you have such rich and wonderful roots, Emma Jo, that I wanted you to have a film filled with stories from some of the elders like ourselves, so that you'd be able to watch this film with your children, please God. And now your children one day will watch this film, and your grandchildren when you'll be a bubby, and they say, "Look, there's my mummy, and she was only 12 years old at the time."
Emma, do you want to say anything about your family? No?
Something about you. I want to say something about you, that you are also someone who's very involved in genealogy and has done an extensive family tree from the Kastner side of the family.
Shortly after I started researching the Kastners, because I'd started on my mother's side first, it just worked out that way. It was 12 years ago. Murray Dolphin told me to call you. He said, "Lainey's put together a whole family tree. You gave it to me. You gave it to me in hard copy, but I didn't have a computer yet. I got one soon after, and I started madly entering everything into the family file. Together with your dolphins, plus recent additions and so on and so forth, I now have over 1,800 Kastners
Wow.
in my database. Yeah, and that's really something. It's been a very rich experience. So I owe
This is
it to
not
you.
a small family.
This is not a small family. If the Kastners were humongous, the Dolphins were humongous. We really went forth and multiplied. I don't think anyone's doing that today the same way at all.
I started doing the family tree in the computer, the genealogy, in 1991. Soon after my father died was probably the thing that got me interested in recording on paper things about the family. And I had in the back of my mind really for a while, even I think over a year ago, I called a cousins meeting because I had met this girl that does movies, and I just got me into this idea about doing what we're doing right now, is recording these stories. But then I put it on the back burner, and it was more than we wanted to spend, and so I let it go for a bit. And this year, like not that long ago, we lost Bunny, who was like one of my all-time favorite people in the whole world. And then not too long afterwards, we lost Rhoda, another cousin, and that was it for me. Once Bunny and Rhoda were gone, I said, okay, we have to get this thing on the road because
Because of you is what got me interested in keeping the family tree, and I keep it up as much as possible. Whoever gives birth or whoever gets married, I add it to your original. Then you should
yeah,
see
but
what
that's
it looks
the
like.
thing about you is that you've continued.
Yes.
Yeah, because I just did where we were at up to 1991, and then I stopped. But
And I-
Mildred,
I
you've just
continue
kept
with-
going all the way, which is
I'm
amazing.
very interested in it, but I don't have all the information. If you don't like you say, if people don't give it to you, you can't add. But
Right.
whatever I hear or somebody's birthday, right away I write it down and I try it. But it's
Well,
because
thank
of
you
you.
very much
Because
for
of you. You
keeping
started.
it alive.
And
Yeah,
Merle Kastner was very helpful with.
Yeah, she's also
Oh,
great.
she's excellent.
Terrific.
She's excellent.
I would really, on behalf of all the cousins, really like to express our appreciation to you, dear Lainey. You're the youngest of all, and for you to have that feeling that you grew up in your home of togetherness and closeness and the heritage of the Dolphin family, to put this film together, I didn't realize, I'll be very honest, how special it would be till I arrived here today. And to learn all about the family, I knew a little bit, but not all that much. And really, you're a special cousin, and we all appreciate you very, very much. And Yishikoyach.
Very good.
Thank you. So I just want to thank everybody, all these cousins who came here to sit around the table with me today. There I go. I'm like emotional again. Because I just love them all so much. I love you all so much, and I'm so thankful that you were interested in documenting the stories, because I think it's the most beautiful thing that we could give to our children and our grandchildren and those children after. And I'm just so thankful that it all came together. And I also want to thank the cousins in Israel who a few weeks ago, many of the cousins were in Israel to celebrate the wedding of Benny's son. And I know that your brother Menu Sand and my brother was there, Murray Dolphin, and Manuel Dolphin, Uncle Morris's son. I know that he was also there, and they all went over to Menu's house and had an interview session just like we did here. And then I'm gonna try my best to edit all of this film together and put together this stuff that they filmed in Israel and here. And I would just want to thank all of you for being such a wonderful family.
Here, here.
Uncle Joe had a car, a Ford with a rumble seat.
Yeah.
And there was no one was going to pass him. You know, there were dirt roads. There were no out in New Brunswick. And everybody had to eat his dust. And then comes 50 years later, and I'm driving. He wants me to lead him to Uncle Moishe's unveiling, and he says he doesn't remember how to go. So I says, "Follow me." And he followed me. I was going through the traffic.
You dirtied his car?
No. He followed me, and he said, and when he got there, he says, "You're some crazy driver." He says, "You're a danger on the road." He says, "You went in and out of traffic, and I had to follow you." So I says, "Look," I said, "I've been told that there was a young man that had a car with a rumble seat," and he says, I said, and when he drove on the road, he went out. He made sure that everybody ate his dust. The car in front of him, he'd pass him, give him dust. So he started to laugh. He said, "You're talking about me, huh?"
He and Lou Gordon were inseparable in those days.
Yeah.
And he used to come with a saxophone. Uncle Joe used to play a saxophone.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah. And he used to come to Campbellton.
Yeah, and you played in Campbellton.
And
How come you were in Campbellton?
I was in there for the vacation.
But the
And he used to come with his saxophone, and we were so happy because we had a chance to go driving on the rumble seat.
Right.
As soon as he came in, all the kids, was
the
me,
rumble
Manuel,
seat.
Harold,
How many people could fit in that car?
3 of us.
Yeah.
Oh.
How many people could fit in the car? Uncle Julius had a car, and 18 of us got into the car. We had to go to the beach.
I remember my father's 7-seater car.
Yeah,
don't know if you
your
remember
7-seater.
that, my father-
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And they'd always come through Edmonton to pick us up.
And there was room for you all of
There
you
was
in
room
our
for everybody,
7-seater car?
and the reason we wanted to go with him is because he always used the ferry to cross from Levis
Right,
to
right.
so we could get ice cream on the road on the trip. I'm telling you why.
If we would have had Heidi more of the cousins, it's good that she cut it. We would be here all day with the story. My sister Ruthie, I called her, she had stories. My sister Julia's, I
So
called.
we have to do another one another time.
Pretty much all the same anyway.
You know, that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's showing the growing
It's showing
up
how we all
and
felt
how
about
you
each
felt.
other.
That's
And
Exactly.
so that's it, and that's a very special
Exactly.
That's it.
thing.
It's a
and
special
and I happen
family.
to agree
That's
with
it.
Heidi that if it's too long, nobody's going to want to watch it anyways.
Right.
Definitely.
Nobody likes to look at
Gonna
something
be cut, cut,
I know my son's wedding. We've got to something like 12 hours. Of,
Oh, yeah, I'm
of
waiting
video.
till I'm
We
85,
gotta
90.
start
I'm
cutting
going to
it
watch
down.
all those movies.
Huh?
I never even look at these videos.
Oh, are
Do
you
you?
kidding? I watch my grandchildren. Oh, do I watch? Unbelievable. My daughter's wedding.
Cut it.
See if you need. Those were the days, my friend. I thought they'd never end.
We'd sing and dance forever and a day. We live the life we
Arnold.
choose. We fight and never as we were young and sure to have our way.
Lie, 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 lie,
We always end with a song.
Henry,
Oh, by
can
the
you
way, that's
imagine
a
if
dolphin
you had
trait.
more cousins
We always
here?
end with a
They
song.
would have killed you.
You're part of the
So
family.
you're
the
you're
family.
I get
You're the
emotional.
epitome
of
I
family.
get
Especially
I
for
get very
being
emotional.
youngest. To want to do
I
something
start
like that,
talking.
Heidi,
I felt
this
as
is
though I
really
wasn't
to see the
settling.
youngest
Yeah.
want to do
well.
something like this. I mean,
She
it's not
must
a.
be special.
She is.
I'm just beginning to know her. She must
And you
be
know,
one
it's also
special
special with the
lady.
family, whether it's good times or bad times. We all really want to be with each other,
Yeah.
and we're all different age groups. We're all different age groups, and it doesn't make a difference. Am I not correct? Doesn't
Now, what did you want to sing for them?
Hey.
Oh, es ist gewesen, ist nicht. Schon weg, jene Zeit, jene Schuh. Man näht sich und kleidt sich, man macht sich schön. Man hat aber keinem nicht nur sich allein. Weil wo's gewesen, ist nicht so.
That's very nice.
Lob lass ich dienen, ausreden mein Herz. Sie red ich von Sinnen, sie red ich von Schmerz. Ich leid von einer Krankheit, wo es ist nicht kein Krank. Man ruft es unälter, es nuckt und es bängt. Weil wo's gewesen, ist nicht du. Scheiner weg, jene Zeit, jene Schuh. Man näht sich und kleidt sich, man macht sich schön. Man hat aber keinem nicht noch sich allein. Weil wo's gewesen, ist nicht du.
Very good. What's another one? Oh, folks, du hast die Gans gestohlen.
No.
No.
In draußen ist Regen, in draußen ist nass. Burwissen nacket, geh ich auf der Gas. Kaufschit mir Papenu, oi schichelach apur. Papen, du sollst mir euch mein süßer Jür. Wie weißt doch, mein Kind, wie ich hab dich lieb. Ich wart doch versetzt, du's Kischen von der Stief. Die weißt doch, mein Kind, wie ich bin erneut. Du hast kein Schichalot und ich hab kein